Kristie McCauley from coastalknitsandpearls.com, and I am a Florida knitter, and I share my knitting adventures through the Sunshine State. So this is Kristie's Knitting Notes for March 15th, 2026, so it is Sunday, March the 15th. And I've rounded up what has lived on my needles this week and what I read last week. So let's get started. Finished objects, I had one. It is this knitted, upcycled zipper pouch cover. So this was a mesh zipper pouch that I had received from a subscription, a yarn subscription service, and I just knitted a cover for it. It's not really showing the colors beautifully, but this is yarn from Freckled Whimsy, and the colorway is called Love is in the Air. And it's just a nice little upcycle to the zipper pouch that I can use for holding notions, a sock project. My kids could use it as a pencil case or a makeup case. It's kind of versatile in what you can use it for, but that is my only finished object for the week. The rest are all works in progress. So next up, that lived on my needles was my Dynamite sock. And it has a Plateau de Valençol cuff. So the, let me turn it right side out so you can see it. So the cuff is 20 rounds, and it is destination yarn, and the colorway is Plateau de Valençol, which I'm probably butchering. That's French. It's a little plateau or valley in France. And then the leg on this, which I'm about 22-ish rounds into, is this yarn is from Hypnotic Yarn. It was from a subscription that I once had, and the colorway is called Dynamite. And this cute little stitch marker also came from that subscription box. So that is my first work in progress. My second work in progress is my Hello Winter socks, which I have both cast on and started. So this is sock number 2, and it's just the cuff. I'm almost finished with the cuff. I'm probably about halfway through. So it's like a greenish color. It had a little mini with the greenish color. And then this is the actual main color, which is Hello Winter. This is also from Freckled Whimsy, so it's a self-striping yarn. And this is sock number 1. So you can see I finished the cuff and started the leg. Also about 22-ish rounds into a 64 round leg. So have a little bit left to do on that, but not a crazy amount. And then next work in progress is my Plateau de Valençol sock number 1. So this has a Dynamite cuff. And I'm only, so all you can see on this as of right now is the Dynamite cuff. So again, this is the Hypnotic Yarn Dynamite cuff, another Dino stitch marker that came with it. And I'm only one round, not even a whole round into the leg. So the leg will be this Plateau de Valençol yarn from Destination Yarns. And that was another subscription that I had once upon a time, and it's kind of sat in my stash. But, you know, I pulled it out. I pulled it out to work on a test one, a test sock pattern, but it didn't work out, I think because it was too dark and it was like a lace pattern, so it was really complicated with the yarn over, so I didn't end up using it for that. And then my other sock that I have in progress is sock number 1 for the Dynamite sock. So I'm using, for the cuff, I use the Plateau de Valençon. So it's 20 rounds of that. And then the rest is the Dynamite colorway from Hypnotic Yarn. And then my final work in progress that I worked on this past week, but very sparingly on this one, is my first sweater. I only did about 1 round on this, but it's coming out nice. It is, I estimate I have about 60 rounds left for the body of the sweater before I can finish, off the bottom and then work on the sleeves. And I knit maybe around last week. It didn't get a lot of love, but it did, get some love last week. So I wanted to point it out. And then that wasn't my final project. I actually had one more. This is sock number 2 of my, I call it my DK uniform shorty sock. So I just started the heel flap on this. I completed sock number 1, so this is sock number 2, and I haven't even knit the first row of the flap, so this is essentially a finished cuff and a finished leg. It's a shorty sock, so it's short. And then, so those are all my works in progress. And the only other thing is the 2 books that I read. One I finished, and one I am about to finish. So I finished reading It's Not Her, and I'm currently reading We Are All Guilty Here. And I am almost finished with that, so probably will finish in the next day or so. But yeah, so that is what I completed as far as knitting and reading projects this past week. So until next week, take care.